State champs are in the building. We are loaded on a Thursday today. About a week ago, Crimson Cliffs was wrapping up back-to-back state golf championships, and they went on like a week-long celebration tour, and we're finally getting them into the studio. Coach Phelps is here, and Coach, let's start with you, and we'll get to the players. We got almost the whole team here. We got 5 of the guys here, and I'll let you introduce the guys in just a second, but congratulations, 3 out of 4 state championships for the Mustangs. Brand new school, and you guys have got a little dynasty going over there at the Cliffs.
Thanks, Dev. Appreciate it. Thanks for having us. It's been fun. We've played well. It's been a good couple seasons, and we look forward to building on what we've already accomplished so far.
You know, was this one the most rewarding out of the 3 state championships, or did this one feel the best, or how was it different from the other state championships from a coaching perspective?
Yeah, it was. I think we'll get into some of the details of what happened at state this year, but it definitely felt different. This one was probably the sweetest of all of them so far, for different reasons. But I'm proud of all the boys. They've worked really hard, and everything that they have won or accomplished, they've worked really hard for.
All right, Coach, he gets to introduce the guys. You can give me their scoring average, their GPA, their girlfriend's name. Introduce them however you want this morning. Introduce your guys you got with us this morning.
We've got 5 of our 6 starters here. We have Boston Bracken, we have Lincoln Markham, we have Jaron Phillips, we have Dylan Winona, Maverick Rhodes, and our 6th guy this year was Ryder Davison. He's not able to join us this morning for some school commitments, I think, but these are the 6 we have, and I could give you lots of stats and numbers, but I won't bore you, but good kids, good group of boys here.
Absolutely. All right, let's bring in Boston. We'll start with Boz. And Boz, you go 3rd, 2nd, and then at Sky Mountain, you're 1st. Your team wins 1st, and then at the Ridge, it was not easy. It was kind of scary with a couple holes to go, but you win by 5. You should have won by 9. Tell me about going back-to-back as a team and as an individual. Let's start with that.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet winning as a team. Golf's so individual, so winning as a team, it really means a lot, and especially do it back to back. The first all throughout high school, I really enjoyed it, playing with great guys, and then some of them gone on to do great things throughout college, and but it's a lot of fun winning as a team, and it's been special.
Yeah, and you've played a lot of team events in U.S. Kids, UJGA, AJGA. You played a ton of team events. Does that help you with the camaraderie and the chemistry when you're playing in the high school level?
Yeah, I mean, I try to be a good teammate. I'd say I don't know if my team would agree, but I try to be the best I can. But yeah, it's fun. It's been a fun ride.
I think you probably push these guys. I think they learn how to grind. Coach, what kind of teammate is Boz? He's got to push these guys because he's so accomplished already at a young age.
Yeah, an incredible teammate. I've matter of fact, every year we start the season, I tell the boys, I said some of the best things you'll learn this year is watching how Boz does what he does, how he practices, how he goes about his business, what he does, how he prepares for tournaments, and how locked in he gets. So he's a tremendous teammate. He leads both by example and by word, and we've been lucky to have him for the last 4 years.
All right, let's talk about what happened with too many clubs in the bag. Let's get the elephant out of the room here. So, Boz, I want your version, and then, Coach, I want to see how you kept Boz calm through that whole thing in just a second. But, Boz, kind of a classy move. You called the penalty on yourself. For people that don't know, late on day 2 in the final round of the tournament. Take me through what happened.
Yeah, I get to hole 17. I just made birdie on 15 and 16, and I hate the tee shot on 17. And I look at Coach Phelps and I say, I think 3 irons in play here. And he's like, yeah, I love it. Perfect. And it's been raining all day, so I've had a rain cover on. Pull out the 3 iron. I'm like, shoot. That's not what I said, but shoot, I got 15 clubs in my bag, and Coach looks at me. He's like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "I'm pretty sure." And I mean, that's not exactly what happened, but my heart definitely dropped. I'm sure his heart definitely dropped, and I'm not too sure what was going through my mind, but it's a pretty dumb mistake, but it happens.
So take me through that. So, like, you're probably at a hotel, right? And you've got extra clubs. You're not sure if you want to put the 3-wood or the hybrid or the 3-iron or the 2-iron in the bag, right? How many clubs do you have to pull out in an average tournament? 1 or 2 that you're like, yeah, for this course I want this in the bag or that in the bag, and so you just packed up your stuff from the hotel, went to the course, and forgot to pull it out, basically, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I usually carry a 3-iron and a 5-wood, and for the course, I took out the 5-wood the first day, and then was planning on doing it the second day. And as we packed up, got ready to leave, I just forgot to take it out of the bag as we got to the course, and pretty stupid if you ask me. But
Well, you'll never do that again, right?
exactly.
Lesson learned. There's nothing like a mistake to teach you a good life lesson there. But classy move, Coach, for him to call it and say, hey, I made a mistake. Under the old rules, from what I understand, it would have been a 32-stroke penalty because he played 16 holes, 2 strokes per hole, but they've changed that rule recently, right?
Yeah, here's a great example of why golf is great, right? Here's a story. All the boys accomplished great things last week at state, but this was an exact example of how golf is bigger than life. Here you have a kid who's been playing in the worst conditions. I mean, this had to have been top 5 worst weather we've played in, and I've been to hundreds of junior golf events over the last 15 years, and it had to have been the top 5. It was freezing, it was cold, it was windy, and Boz was just grinding, just out there playing and making birdies, as were all the boys. But when this happened on the 17th tee, and we were kind of talking, I said, you have a 9-shot lead, right? Like the 3-iron is probably the safer club. And as he, noticed that he had 15 clubs in his bag, I've been around Boz a lot, and physically he was distraught. And it was remarkable. He knew that he had 15 clubs. There was never even a hesitation of saying, yes, I have it. No one in the whole world would have ever known that he had 15 clubs in his bag if he didn't say something.
It's raining, you got to cover him. Nobody was in his bag counting his clubs.
Yeah, and he's such an accomplished golfer. No one, I mean, he could have easily just been like, oh, but he immediately said, hey, I've got 15 clubs in my bag. His heart dropped, my dropped, and what was remarkable about it really was, I mean, he and I both at the time, we knew that it was a 32-shot penalty, right? It was 2 shots per hole. You got 15 clubs in the bag. It never even crossed our mind that there was a max, that it changed a few years ago. There's a max penalty for 15 clubs in the bag, which ended up being 4. But he just, that's what he did, and that's who he is, and that's who all these boys are in those moments. They do what's right. And what was remarkable about that whole story was he went on with, as emotional as he was and distraught, thinking he had just lost the championship for the team and for himself because of that penalty. He still went on to birdie 17 and 18 with his emotions completely out of whack. It was one of the most remarkable things I've seen on a golf course.
That's a testament to the focus, the hard work, the preparation, the grind. What did you tell him? How'd you get him to birdie those 2 holes? You had to calm him down. You had to go into damage control, Coach, a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, at that moment, it was just a lot of, hey, it is what it is. You've played your guts out. You've proven what a great player you are. Just finish strong. And there was never a conversation of any negativity or anything of that effect. It was just, hey, just finish strong. Whatever happens, happens. People know who you are, and doing the right thing will make a big difference in people's lives. People will notice that.
So what was your reaction, Boz, when you found out it was only a 4-stroke penalty? You still win the individual tournament by 5 strokes, and your team still wins the state championship. I think you would have won the team event anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
But obviously you didn't know that when you were playing those last couple of holes.
No, I did not.
So you get to the scoring 10. Is that when they said, oh, it's only a max of 4? Is that where you found out?
Yeah, so I finished up on 18. Everyone's like, why is he so emotional? Boston's not usually an emotional guy when he wins. And so I walk into the scores table. I talked to Robert MacArthur, the rules official, and I was like, hey, I had 15 clubs in my bag. I noticed on hole 16 I took it out. What's the ruling on that? Is it a 32-shot penalty? And he's like, hold on 1 second. So he walked away, and I was like, shoot. And I was in tears walking in. I mean, it was pretty intense. But he comes back and he's like, yeah, you still won. You're fine. I was like, huh? What? He's like, yeah, it's only a 4-shot penalty. And I was so relieved. I mean, I walked over. I was like, "Wow, okay." I really couldn't comprehend what was happening, but it was a great feeling. And obviously, I wasn't sure what the team was looking like, so we're fortunate. The team was able to get it done as well. So
Yeah, great story. Great lesson to be learned. Like Coach said, congrats, Boz. Boz going to ASU. When do you officially sign? I know you're verbally committed. When do you officially sign to go play for Coach Thurm down there at ASU?
sometime in the first week of November.
Kind of a big deal, Coach. St. George to Arizona State. I mean, Phil Mickelsons of the world, the John Rahms of the world that went through a great facility. I mean, kind of the real deal to go to ASU.
Yeah, big deal. For those that are in the golf world, know it. Others may not, but it's a big deal. I mean, that's the school that the top golfers in the country all want to go play for. So real big deal.
Let's chat with a couple of the other. Let's bring in Lincoln. Lincoln, you told me last year that Boz has helped you beyond words, become a better player, and I wanted to see how that shaped up this year and how happy you are. You guys won the state championship back-to-back years as a team. I know you probably didn't have the best finish that you wanted, but you still got a nice, top 5 finish, top 10 finish there at state, and obviously you're starting to garnish some offers from what I understand. You're starting to pick up some college offers and looks.
Yeah, it's been a fun couple seasons. I mean, being around Boz, he's really the reason why I'm the golfer I am. He really brought me into golf a few years ago, and it's been great to just practice and play around him. And really, all these guys, we've had so many great players on our team, and it's been, even though the season for me, I didn't play how I wanted to. It was just a lot of good to decent golf, nothing crazy, but I still am happy we got it done team wise, and I played with so many good golfers and friends that I'll have for my whole life that I've had during high school golf.
What are you getting as far as college looks right now? I know I've heard Sutterfield's offered you here locally, which I'm sure Zach would like to have you as a teammate, but there's probably some other schools that are offering you up north and maybe beyond. I don't know all of the schools that are looking at you right now.
Yeah, I'm not really sure where I'm going to go right now. Still got to decide going on a mission and all that. Definitely, I'm trying to get it done before November, before signing day. So we'll see how it goes. Definitely some schools up north I'm looking at.
BYU, Utah?
Yeah, stuff like that. So
what does Coach Phelps think that Lincoln Markham should do?
Wow, I've got an opinion, but I try to hold it back. I don't want to influence him, but I certainly have an opinion if he wants it.
Well, you got a little bit of time to decide, it sounds like.
Yeah, a couple weeks to figure that out. And I mean, now it's good that all the golf for the season's all calmed down. It's been a really busy summer with high school golf, and without high school golf, just the traveling. So it's good to calm down. Think about what the future holds.
Any tournaments coming up, or is your dad going to rope you into some video shoots coming up?
We got one more high school team event, the Arctic Circle Invitational. So it's like it's actually a really cool event. We play with the 6A and 5A champions and kind of determine what's the best team in the state. So we'll be doing that early November, first week.
Is that still down here at Copper Rock?
Coral Canyon, November 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Yeah. They started that 3-4 years ago. Kind of a cool event. I love that.
Good event.
Yeah,
love that.
Should be fun.
We'll probably see some amateurs floating around town. We got that Southern Swing coming up, right?
Of course, so fun.
Yeah.
Nothing better.
Lincoln Markham. Let's meet a couple of the other players here. Let's bring in Jaron. Jaron, you missed the first tournament of the year. You were playing some big UJGA tournament. What, Oregon, Washington?
Yeah, in Oregon. Yeah, it was fun.
So a little bit behind in the points and all that, but man, you rallied, had some great tournaments this year. Take me through the season from your perspective, being teammates with these guys we just talked to and winning the state title.
Yeah, I mean, at the start, after playing in that UJG event, I felt like pretty confident, and that showed in the first event. I mean, I played really well and kind of lost a little towards the end. That's how golf is, up and down. But, I feel like I can, go out there and play good, and like that showed at the beginning. But, it was up and down for sure.
By the way, I was at San Hollow yesterday, had some meetings, and we were doing a video shoot. I'll tell you the details on that later. But Jaron was on the range. There was two people on the range, Boston Bracken and Jaron Phillips. I mean, season's over, but it's not over, right? Golf never sleeps. You were out there. What were you working on yesterday?
Oh, everything. It's always everything. Just out there, trying to get a little better each day. I just try to learn something new each day, and it's really all it's about, As long as you can get a little better each day, that's all that matters. Now
I'm trying to search my mind. You're a junior, right?
Yes.
So you'll be back trying to defend the title. Talk about, the off season and trying to come back. You're going to lose a couple key guys, but you guys still got a lot of talent.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have some guys for sure. We're gonna have to work hard in the off season. You know, I still need to get a lot better. We all need to get better, but it'll be tough without Boz and Link for sure. But I feel like, you know, we can rally. We can get it back.
Congrats. Good to talk to you. Let's bring in a couple guys that will also be back. And I've seen these guys on JAG leaderboards since they were like 8 years old. We got Dylan Winona and Maverick Rose. Dill, what's up? Good morning. You awake yet?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
You're ready to go. You've gotten
yeah.
tall.
Yeah,
You taller than your dad?
yeah, I am.
Yeah, you look like you're 6'2" right now.
6'3".
6'3". What's the club head speed?
Not that fast.
Not that fast.
Not that fast.
Fast enough to get it around the golf course.
Yep.
Hey, I want to kind of ask you kind of what I started asking Link, and being around Lincoln and Boston and these upperclassmen that are winning and doing great things and accomplished golfers and going off to play college golf. How much has that helped you?
It's helped me a lot because I get to see what they can do, and I can work on my own game and focus on what they do, and it really improves my game. And it was just great because I got to watch them, and they're two of the top athletes that I know. And yeah, I really enjoyed the time with them.
Coach, I mean, this kid's got a ton of potential.
Yeah, I mean, Dylan's got a lot of potential. I try to tap into it every week. I try to keep him calm. He's competitive. He's fiery, but he responds to when I go talk to him. You know, he knows that he gets a little bit heated, but I love it. He's competitive, and he's just grown and gotten better and better and at controlling those emotions. And he's posted some great scores. And he's another one of those kids that just works and grinds and puts the time in.
Yeah, I love it. What's the off season like for you? You gonna play a bunch of tournaments?
Basketball.
Basketball. Yeah, I see the flight. I see the kicks on the hoodie this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Give us a little preview of the Crimson Cliffs basketball team. How are we looking? You're not tall enough to block Big Sean yet.
Oh no, not yet. But I feel like we're looking pretty good, and team chemistry's there for sure.
Let's see the varsity level. Scoop's coming back.
Mhm.
Drake Carroll's coming back.
Yep.
McKay Lindquist is back. He played a little bit of varsity last year. Big Sean's back. Trevor's back. You got a good core
Mhm.
coming back.
Oh yeah, for sure. I feel like we can do really good this year as a team.
You gonna get some varsity reps? Or you gonna be saddled on the JV?
No. Sophomore JV, I'll be happy with.
Dylan Winona, everybody. All right, let's bring in Maverick Rose. We haven't talked to Mav yet. Mav, what's good? Good morning. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, man. I don't know. Boston turned the lights off. It's like he's ready for the Maverick Rose introduction like they do at the Chicago Bulls Arena. Where's that music? Let's go. It's Maverick Rose. State champs, man. How's it feel?
It feels good. It's been one of my goals for a long time to be able to win state. So finally doing it feels awesome.
What
Especially with these guys.
What's the best part of your game?
Probably right now it's been like irons and off the tee. I'm just really trying to get my short game going because I feel like that's what's going to transform it. But yeah.
Happy with the team effort, obviously, state. You guys blow the field away. And there was some teams, I mean, there was some teams that Desert Hills could have gave you a run. There was some other teams from up north with the bigger 4A that could have gave you a run. Were you happy with how you played up there at the Ridge in tough conditions?
Yeah, the first day was a little tough. I was way nervous and stuff, but the second day I kind of turned it on, and yeah, I felt like I had a good performance.
Yeah. It's funny, you played a bunch of tournaments, but you always get those nerves the first tee shot. And then it's just, how long does it linger before you settle in? When did you finally feel comfortable on the golf course?
It's probably once I parred the first hole. It wasn't until probably like the third or fourth hole that I was like, okay, yeah, I can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did you first pick up a club? You've been playing since you were 5, 6 years old?
Yeah, probably. I just started playing like, probably 5 or 6, and then I got really into it when I was like maybe 11 or 12.
Yeah. Like I said, I've seen your name on leaderboards. We've never talked or met, but another talent that'll be back, right? You'll be back. We got a couple years left of eligibility, so you're just a sophomore right now, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Coach, can you win another one?
We've got 4 of the 6 starters coming back.
Yeah.
And we've got a good core. And these are boys that naturally love the game of golf and put the time and effort into it. This is a sport where, in 3 months, the coach, we're not going to change your swing. We're not going to overhaul. So it requires a lot of individual time and love and desire. And that's what these boys do. And Mav's a great story. I mean, he came in as a freshman. When he tried out he posted some big numbers. They weren't good for tryouts. I don't know if he was nervous or or what, but I watched him and I saw his swing and saw the potential and the progress he's made and the ability he has to compress the ball now, different than last year, has been remarkable. Mav's a great story of how you work hard, working hard does pay off.
Love it. The state champs, the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs, Maverick Rose, Dylan Wynona, Jaron Phillips, Lincoln Markham, and Boston Bracken. Coach Cody Feltz hanging out with us. Guys, thanks for bringing the guys in this morning.
Yeah, thanks, Deb, for having us. We love this.
State champs in the building. They got to get to school. You guys get to school, get to class, and we'll take a break. We'll come back. Lots more sports talk on the other side on the Fan Sports Network.